Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll get 34 yards there. Stroud off the play fake. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. A leap, and he's got it. A great effort there with an acrobatic catch. And the Steelers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's 3rd and 10. Now Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
And that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Hand off running left, Foreman. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Richardson looking to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Will Anderson, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
And that flag accepted.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. and they just did not get the snap away in time. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the playoff in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. On a delay of game there, they could not get the play off in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. They'll try it up the gut with Gore. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. The throw over the middle taken in. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Plays the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And some room to roam now. He may go. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Extra point up. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A run by Foreman to start the drive, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
They'll throw it with Stroud here, first and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket, and when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it is 28-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Richardson firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
On the give, this is Nichols.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded right around his own 43. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now out come the Steelers. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
And that one will go down in the books as just a 1-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it worked for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always
launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
They run it on first with Foreman.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
On the option left, Richardson.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one goes for 30 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Puka Nacua. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Steelers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
To throw is Richardson on 1st and 10. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd down, here's Richardson.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 3. Richardson out of the shotgun. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Richardson.
Throw out left, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Keeps himself upright. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 61 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown. But he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
On first down, here's Stroud. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Gore. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it all.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Frank Gore touchdown run. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Sanders now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes
and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Richardson throwing to start the drive. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
For the winning team here, Charles.